Question from a viewer. What is your definition of done in UX design? How do you define it? And how do you know that it's good enough for your users? Ultimately, and a bottom line, too long, didn't watch, UX is never done. And I feel like the done here in this video and in your thinking should be replaced by done enough or done for now, because you again always need to come back to it and improve things. I love to borrow a lot of the thinking from the product managers out there, especially the leaders who think in delivering the value to the customer in slices. And if you can think in delivering value in slices, then you can define exactly what good enough looks like or what done enough looks like. That's why you have hypotheses. The team needs to get together, see exactly what they know so far, what's evidenced enough, research and scope their work and kind of work collaboratively to shape it and see exactly what you can deliver so you can learn from it and exactly reflect if that move at intervention was good enough or not. So that's done enough because in that specific time frame, you as a team decided that this is what's needed and then learn from it. Again, the keyword here to me is collaboration, because it's not just your job to decide that. You as a UX designer can decide exactly what users need, but again, you cannot deliver it all at once. You're going to need to chunk it, you're going to need to plan it for it to be minimal viable, or for it to be minimal awesome, which is more of a user research or user experience angle to things of what delivers enough slice of a value right now. I love this analogy and this example from John Maida. He describes of how you should actually proceed and what's a prime example of done enough or done in the right way. He's listing, and I'm of course paraphrasing, an example of someone who bakes wedding cakes. What we do and do rightfully, instead of making a new cake every time they want to sell their offering or want to give some sort of sample for their potential customers, they as business owners bake just one cupcake with same materials and visual means, but just smaller version of it to say, this is what your cake is gonna taste like. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if that's good enough. And only then we have that approval and they can then proceed and bake a full cake, because then they can, learn really quickly what works, what doesn't work in that offering. This is a prime example of how you could approach it, because to test that need from the users, you could just bake a small cupcake, and then if you learn from it, you can go all in and deliver that done. A lot of designers get frustrated with that because they learned way too much. Users open up way too much and they create this massive debt log. In reality, a majority of it is never going to see the light of the day, or not right now. There's always changing market needs and things of that nature. And this is purely from that practical approach of reality that, hey, we're going to need to pivot, we're going to need to learn new things, we're going to need to shape the product and work with the user expectations and maybe even change the direction altogether and drop all of that. Otherwise, you're going to face the entropy, something I covered in a lot of videos, where things just go to random. There is always going to be chaos coming up if you don't maintain things or make them better. And this type of thinking, I think, is what we lack a lot in this industry. So if you can have a think about it, I'm sure your next time when you need to define what's done, what's not done, is going to come from a better place. If you like it, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and on that note, go research and design something. What else is there to do?